You mentioned the textile business, which you said was doomed to failure, and I know that that's a real regret that you have.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the answer is to that. You know, you wrote at the time that you had an excellent CEO who couldn't save the business.
Terrific guy.
And I love also that you wrote that you kind of wish the union had been less cooperative because it would have made the decision easier.
Yeah.
So is it possible to have a good CEO in a bad business?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always say when a manager with a reputation for brilliance, takes on a business with a reputation for bad economics, it's the reputation of the business that remains intact. I got in the wrong business when I got in the textile business. And I've done that with others too, but that was the prime example because that's where I started. And we tried all kinds of things. And I did have a wonderful manager. We did have cooperative labor, and they weren't making that much money. I mean, it wasn't, it was not a great business for them either, but it was the only thing they knew. And, if you're a 55-year-old worker on a loom, retraining is a joke. So it was a tough decision, and the best thing to do is to avoid bad businesses. But there are some in this country. I mean, and the world does change. I mean, when we were in the shoe business, there was a time when this country made 1 billion pairs of shoes a year, and now they don't make them anymore, and we got our head handed to us.
We talked about what makes a good CEO. My company has experimented a little bit with learning what makes a bad CEO. We've created a CEO ego index. And it has things, you might want to think about this as an investor. It has things like naming a stadium.
Yeah, well, I've had a few of those proposed to me. It's just amazing. I was talking earlier with somebody about when companies relocate their corporate headquarters, and they always hire some firm and pay them a lot of money to say where it should be relocated. And of course, they take the big fee and they do it where the CEO wants to move.
It's always someplace near a golf course.
Yeah, no,
that is actually on our CEO index, is relocating the corporate headquarters to someplace warm.
Yeah, and near the stadium is named after him,
that's
right?
Right, near the stadium is named after him. Swans on the Lawn is part of our CEO ego index. If they got Swans on the Lawn, which Scott Paper did at the headquarters, that's always a bad one too.
Well, we have 21 people here in our headquarters. We're on one floor in Omaha. I moved in 1962, 48 years ago, and we have 260,000 people out working.
Wow. Well, that seems very good, and letting them, not interfering with them too much.